Hello YouTubers, this is 777 Die Hard Forever coming at you with another model. Today I'm going to be reviewing a South African Airways Airbus A340-600 in the Star Alliance livery. I purchased this model from Troy's Toys based out of Overland Park, Kansas. His website is www.troystoysinc.com. Sad to say this was the only one he ordered for me. However, there are other retailers such as Easy Toys, Waffle Collectibles, and some other retailers as well as retailers on eBay that still have this model available for sale. Let me give you some information about South African Airways. South African Airways was formed on February 1st, 1934, following the acquisition of Union Airways by the South African government, and upon acquisition, the government changed the airline's name to South African Airways shortly thereafter. South African Airways is the national flag carrier and the largest airline of South Africa. The headquarters of South African Airways, along with its main hub of operations, is located on the grounds of O.R. Tambo International Airport, located in Kempton Park, a northeast suburb of Johannesburg, South Africa. South African Airways flies to 38 destinations worldwide using a fleet of 54 aircraft, 54 aircraft, which consists of mostly Airbus and Boeing aircraft. South African Airways focus city is Cape Town International Airport in Cape Town, South Africa. And currently, as of 2016, South African Airways maintains a 4-star rating according to the international airline review firm Skytrax magazine. Okay, this is the first of 2 South African A340s that came out. The next one will be the South African Airways 340-600 in the 120 scale model from Gemini Jets. I also pre-ordered that one as well. I've been looking forward to that model. I'll be doing a review on that one as well. But now let's get here to the box right here. You see the Airbus A340, the aircraft type, the Star Alliance and a slogan, the Star Alliance logo, the aircraft, the South African title, the planet Earth, and the 1/200 scale model deal. Okay, this is the back of the box. You see here, there's nothing back there except the JC Wings deal and the Facebook deal as well. If you're a subscriber and on Facebook, which I imagine many of you are, and you don't have JC Wings or Gemini as you like, you probably want to add them on there because they always inform their customers about what's coming down the pipe. Alright folks, this is the top of the box. So you see the aircraft type, the Star Alliance slogan, what have you, the Star Alliance logo, the South African title, and the 1/200 scale diecast aircraft model information. And this is the bottom of the box, same information as the top of the box. Okay, and this is the model stand that came with the model, what have you, right there. This is a big old model stand that's used for this type of aircraft and the A380s as well. And then there's the patent right there, so in case you want to put your model on the stand, you ain't got to worry about scratching it up, what have you. And then there's the custom plaque right there with all the information, Star Alliance. I'll get into more information on that. The South African title, the aircraft type, and the scale type, okay? And these are the gear replacements. You see the little pick there. I will go into more details about these gear replacements later on in the review, okay? Alright folks, with all that information about South African Airways and how they came into existence, the boxing and everything, all the information on the boxing and everything, the model stand and the gear replacements, here is the model folks. There it is folks, the South African Airways Airbus A340-600 in the Star Alliance livery. In case you ain't checked his channel out, go check out Midget HD's channel because he already did a review on this model similar to the one I'm showing you now. He did an awesome job of doing that review as always. Alright, now let me give you some information about the Star Alliance livery on this aircraft. Okay, the Star Alliance Billboard livery information. As you see here, like the Skyteam Alliance and the OneWorld lines, the Star Alliance livery is also known as a flying billboard to promote their alliance to other airlines around the world to join and expand their global network. For example, some of the Star Alliance members such as United and South African has painted some of their aircraft in this livery, with Asiana Airlines being the first Star Alliance member to paint their aircraft in the current Star Alliance livery, which was unveiled on March 2003. Alright, so with that information out the way, let's get down to the details on all this on this big, humongous, unique aircraft, shall we? Okay, folks, we're going to start on the port side of this aircraft, the left side as usual, starting with the cockpit windows right there, along with the windshield wipers right there. I'll go into more view, show you a better visual view of this those in a minute. And then there's the nose gear door, the partial registration number, SNC. Then there's the realistic nose gear right there. And then you see the Star Alliance decal that sits between the cockpit windows and the L1 door, along as well as the tail. South African became a member of the Star Alliance on April 10, 2006, which consists of 27 airline members from 6 inhabited continents. Okay, that's that Star Alliance logo right there on the tail. Okay, back on the port side of this aircraft, you see the Star Alliance title here across the part of the fuselage here. And then you see the South African title right there underneath there. And then you see the inboard landing lights right here on the wings as well, okay? Now these big massive engines you see here, right here, these are the Rolls-Royce Trent 556-61 engine that South African Airways uses on this particular aircraft, the Airbus A340-600. If you have seen this aircraft in person, you see how big these engines really are. Okay, now I'm going to let you see the front angle of these engines. And the fan blades do spin, folks. Now you're looking at the front angle of these engines right here. The fan blades. Perfect. Excellent. Now I'll let you see the front end of this aircraft, okay? See all the details and show you there, okay? Alright. Now you're looking at the front angle of this aircraft. You see the cockpit windows, you see the windshield wipers, you see the nose cone right there, you see the landing gear lights right there, you see the entire nose gear and the nose gear doors over here. And then you come over this way. Alright, you see the inboard landing light over here, as well as these engines over here, and the fan blades do spin over here as well. Okay, same over here as well. Alright, so with that said, I'm going to take it back to the port side of the aircraft and show you more information over there. Okay folks, now you're looking at the winglet here, along with the red navigation light. Now I'm going to let you see the winglets at another angle, and I'm going to go into details on that briefly. Now the South African Airways logo you see displayed here on the winglet. This livery was introduced in 1997, and the livery on the winglet, as well as the tail, you can't see the logo on the tail. You'll see that on the Gemini Jets version. As well as the tail resembles that of the country's national flag with the sun motif. See real close right there. Alright. Now I'm going to take you back to the rear of the aircraft on the port side. Alright. Now we're at the back of the aircraft. You see the Airbus A340-600 decal right there. If you didn't know, South African Airways is one of 9 carriers to have acquired this aircraft in their fleet or have acquired this aircraft previously. Virgin Atlantic, Qatar Airways, Etihad Airways, Lufthansa, Iberia, Mahan Air are the current operators of this aircraft, while Cathay Pacific, China Eastern, Kingfisher Airlines, and Thai Airways International were the previous operators. Now underneath the windows here, you see the registration number, ZS-SNC. Registration number ZS-SNC. This is the third of 9 Airbus A340-600 to enter South African Airways fleet, and the first test flight on this aircraft took place on January 30th, 2003 and was delivered to South African Airways on February 11, 2003. This aircraft was also painted in the Star Alliance livery in January 2006 And currently, this is the only Airbus A340-500 or 600 for that matter to wear the Star Alliance paint scheme. Okay, and then you see the flag right there, the South African flag next to the registration number. This flag, the South African flag, represents the country where South African Airways operates from as the major flag carrier for the country of South Africa. And then, of course, you see the Star Alliance logo right there on the tail, okay? Okay, folks. Now you're looking at the APU exhaust hole right here along with the 2 strobe lights right there, the 3 strobe lights. And there's a hole there, see? Okay, now I'm going to turn and let you see the whole aircraft from the rear view angle. There it is, folks. The whole South African Airbus A340-600 in the Star Alliance livery in the rear view angle. Okay, folks, now we're on the starboard, the right side of the aircraft. You see the cockpit windows right there, the Star Alliance logo right there, the South African title right there underneath, the cargo container door, and the Star Alliance title you see there across the fuselage. And then we come over here, the inboard land lights that I showed you early, and the Rolls-Royce Trent 556-61 engines right there from that angle. Whoa. And then we come back over here, see the South African logo, South African Airways logo there, along with the green navigation light as well. Alright, we at the rear part of the aircraft. You see the rear cargo container door, you see the boat bin door, see the registration number, the South African flag, the Airbus A340-600 decal, and the Star Alliance logo on the tail as well. Now, before I show you the top aerial view and the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft, I'm going to let it roll for a minute. It does roll. Oh man, very impressive there. And the gears tilt, okay? Alright, so with that said, let me show you the bird's eye top view of this aircraft. Okay, now you're looking at the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers right there. There's an antenna there. 2 little red dots there. I have no idea what those are. That's the Wi-Fi satellite communications Wi-Fi box you see there. Then there's the anti-collision beacon light right there. Then you see the Star Alliance on both sides of the aircraft here as well as over there. The ADF antennas in 3D. Another antenna there. Another antenna. And then you see the little dot right there as well as over here. Those are the luminaire lights that light up this tail when it flies during nighttime. Now let's check the wings on this side, folks. There's the emergency wing walkway there, folks. The 2 engines right there, folks. The 2 big Rolls-Royce Trent 556-61 engines right there. Oh, and there's the fuel dump valve right there. And then there's the South African logo on the winglet on this side. Same over here. Emergency exit walkway. The 2 Rolls-Royce Trent 556-61 engines. The fuel dump valve and the South African logo on this side as well, folks. Okay, now we look at the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft. There's the partial nose gear door, the open nose gear door along with the nose gear right there. Pressure relief valves right there, folks. Couple antennas right there. The anti-collision beacon light here under the belly. The hole where the stand goes in at. Couple of gears right there, folks. Another antenna. And the APU housing doors there, folks. Now we got the gears over here. They tilt. You see the big massive Rolls-Royce Trent engines here. The fuel dump valve right there, folks. The registration number. Same over here, folks. The engines right there. The Trent Rolls-Royce 556 engines there. The fuel dump valve there. And there you have it on Okay folks, since I showed you the bird's eye top view and the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft, now I'm going to put it on this stand here that I showed you earlier. Alright, here is the model on the stand. Alright folks, now I got it on the stand here. You see the whole area with the gears you see you have there. And we're on the port side of the aircraft. Now I'm going to show you the front angle of this aircraft. Now you're looking at the front angle of this aircraft on the model stand in its entirety. You see the whole plane, the engines, the tail, the whole works. And now you're looking at the starboard side, the right side of the aircraft on the stand, what have you. See it very, very interesting. The engines there, the whole works, and the whole model. This is pretty unique. All right. And finally, there's the tail cam angle. If you ever flown an Airbus aircraft such as this one, or the A380, or the 330, the 340, or even the 777s, or the 787s, they also have the tail cam you can see from your seat, and it's usually about posted right up in there somewhere. Okay, before I take this model off the stand, I got it in this position for a reason, due to the gears right here. Alright, I'm going to take some of them off, not all of them, so you get an idea for the gear replacements. See? And over there. Okay, now I'm going to let you see the model at a different angle. Okay? Now I got the model on the stand without the gears. Well, most of them. I got a few gears, just that one right there. And of course, you know, now you got a choice. After you see it at this angle, after you got a choice now, you can display them without the gears. That's where these gear replacements come into play at right here. You see there. Or you can choose to leave it in the gear down position with the gears displayed on there. That's your choice. I choose to leave mine with the gears on. Adds more value to the model. Now here's the seating configuration on this aircraft. The South African Airways Airbus A340-600 aircraft seats 317 passengers in a two-class cabin configured layout. Now here's the breakdown, everybody. From rows 1 to 7, that'll be from here all the way here. You have a total of 42 business class flatbed seats. And for rows 36 to 74, that'll be from here all the way back to the rear of the aircraft. You have 275 economy class seats. Brings a total of 317 seats. And finally, South African Airways currently utilizes the Airbus A340-600 aircraft on routes from its hub in Johannesburg, South Africa, to destinations such as Frankfurt, Hong Kong, New York JFK, Perth, Australia, Sao Paulo, Brazil, Lagos, Nigeria, Cape Town, South Africa, London Heathrow, Munich, Germany, Luanda, Beijing capital, Washington Dulles via Dakar, Senegal, and Accra, Ghana. Those are the routes, folks. Well, folks, this is all I have for this model review. Please rate and subscribe, leave your comments and suggestions. And if you got any other questions concerning other models, don't hesitate to leave that information as well. So with that said, take care, God bless. Stay tuned for the Gemini Jets version, the regular livery. I will be doing a review on that. I can't wait to get my hands on that one. Alright, stay tuned, there's more models coming.